All right, I want to say congratulations because this is a cherry news and a new development in the grant ecosystem as alert has started dropping according to this VN. I want you to pay close attention and see how this information can be of help to you. And if you have received any payment, let us know and let us congratulate you and celebrate with you. And for those of you who have not received, be patient and as they continue to drop alert disbursement in badges. Subscribe to the update for more tips and see you in my next post, guys. And bye for now.
In no particular order, alerts started dropping by 4 p.m. tonight. They are dropping it gradually. They don't want to do it at once. President fixed 4.6 trillion, but IMF sanctioned him to refund. By Wednesday, he must return the money. Crediting will end by Wednesday. Disbursement must surely start by Thursday. Let us start thanking God. He is faithful. Alert will be completed tomorrow by God's grace. But the fees money will be released on Wednesday. Thursday, AKN Apostle Ken Wakama will flag off disbursement officially. A particular meeting is going on right now. That is why they are not feeding us back fully. IBB was the one that brought IMF to come and solve the problem. The money that was given to the cabals before, they could not touch it. They were only seeing it, but they could not touch it. IMF came with the help of Madam Okonjo Iweala, and everything was resolved amicably. Our president is too stubborn. Sanctuary Wealth, Tepecon, Supreme, Senrita, Hope Project. These are the grand handlers to get this money. These 5 grand handlers are the ones that will get this money. Sanctuary Wealth, Tepecon, Supreme, Senrita, Hope Project. IMF has put EFCC under condition, so they will not pursue them anymore. IMF has put EFCC under condition, so they will not pursue anyone. Yes, this is all we have for now. Let's keep our fingers crossed until the needful is seen with our 2 naked eyes. Keep the hope alive.
All right. Thank you very much, comrade. That's just all the information we got from there. We are largely in expectation for the disbursement of UAAG grant. And by God's special grace, we will get the grant. As it's always been said, that we trust the process and we believe that God will do the best for us. That is coming from a comrade. We need to verify every of those sources to know where it's coming from. Yes, we are in expectation of this disbursement. And at this time, we need very cogent information on the droppings, on the alert droppings. What I used to say is precisely that the voice of the country director will douse every tension in the grand ecosystem. I don't know why Apostle Ken Wakama desired or decided to keep mute. We are not saying that he's not doing anything on the inside. Yes, he's working, and his allies too are working. But I'm not a fan of total abstinence. I'm not a fan of complete silence, because sometimes silence could mean you give people the privilege or the opportunity to think widely, just to think whatever they want to think. That's not my business. That is what silence means. There are times it is good to be silent. There are times it's not good to be silent. Let me support this by a scripture. I think it's in Proverbs chapter 26. I'm going to quote these two scriptures. You could confirm it. Proverbs chapter 26. It could be verse 4 and 5. Yeah, verse 4 and 5. All right, let me quote this scripture verbatim. Let's see what it says. I want to buttress a point here for each and every one of us to get that silence sometimes could be an option. Sometimes it's not good to be an option. So let's listen to this. Verse 4 of Proverbs 26 says, "Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him." I hope you understand that. Then verse 5, the immediate verse after that says, "Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit." The two of them are scriptures. You know what the Bible is trying to tell us here? Verse 4, he's saying, don't answer a fool according to his folly, so that you will not be like unto him. If a fool is talking and keeps talking, and you keep responding, you'll be like a fool. You also be like a fool. Let me give an instance. A madman comes to, maybe you as a woman, you put your wrapper and you're walking on the street going on, then a madman just approach you and remove your wrapper and take off. And as he begins to run, you are naked, you're also running after him to collect back your wrapper. Now, the onlookers will not know who is mad among the two of you. When they want to report the sin, they say they saw two mad women or two mad men or one mad man and a mad woman running along the street, because he is mad, you are naked. So both of you are mad. One mad. Do you understand? So the best thing to do at that time is not to run after the madman to collect your wrapper, but find a way to get another wrapper somewhere and close up your nakedness. That madness of that one continues, but you are not mad in that perspective. That is exactly an explanation to verse 4 that says, don't answer a fool according to his folly, so that you will not be like unto him. Now verse 5 says, answer a fool according to his folly, so he will not think he is wise in his own conceit. Now, the same madness I'm going to use for illustration. A madman comes to you and he gave you a slap across the jaw. And as he gives you that slap, the first slap, as he gives it to you, he gives you that slap. All right, sorry, there was just a little break in transmission there. So back to what I was explaining. Now, the verse 5 that says, answer a fool according to his folly, so that lest he be wise in his own conceit. A madman comes to you and he slaps you across the jaw the first time. You didn't do anything to him. He just gave you a slap like that, and you let him be because you felt he's a madman. Then he comes the second day. Since you didn't react to his slapping the first time, he comes the second time again, maybe the second day, and he slaps you again, and you didn't react to it. I tell you the truth, he will remove your jaw the next time he comes. You know why? He has seen that you are a hub for him to land his usual slap. And in as much as you are not doing anything to his slappings, he could always visit you to land his slap and forget about it on your face. You know. Now, but if he lands you the first one, his brain is demented. And you jack him. Maybe you let go the first time, but the second time he comes again to want to slap you, you jack him by the cloth. Before he gives you give him toa. Now his brain will reset and readjust, knowing that no, that is not the place to land slap. You understand? He will correct himself and reset himself. And that is like saying, answer a fool according to his folly, so that he will not think he is wise in his own conceit. Now, let me bring it to what I'm trying to say now concerning what we are expecting from the country director. I say silence sometimes could be an option, and silence might not be an option sometimes, because you give people wandering thoughts, like what is happening. We're expecting a broadcast of the country director, but he's not speaking. He's just silent. That is only one portion of the scripture. It's not balanced. So, yes, you can decide to be quiet sometimes. It's an option. But there are times that it's not an option. It's not good. This scripture is teaching us how to balance life. And so if you just feel, well, whether I talk to them or I don't talk to them, whatever is happening, I'm doing whatever I'm doing on the inside, and then that is what makes some other persons to come out, like Farouk, like Madam Timitokpe, and some of them like that comes to start talking irrationally and want some converts to themselves, in recent times. Because we are not getting the update as it's supposed to be. Not because we're not getting any update at all. We are getting updates, from insiders and some other persons very close to the country director. But the voice of the country director and the voice of his allies are two different voices. They are two. I'm not saying be coming out every time. Be coming out. That's why you have aides. That is why you have lieutenants. That is why you have voices that could speak on your behalf. You understand? But even the aides, sometimes there are no categorical statement coming that I am directed by the country director. Now, his aides now talking that I am directed by the country director to tell you this and that and the other. It's as good as being designated, or you are speaking for the country director as a voice. But the country director is not speaking. Who is his lieutenant? We know that when it comes to Theophilus, Newman, Ambassador Newman is his spokesperson. So whatever he says is as good as if it's Apostle Theophilus who said it. The conductor of Sanctuary World Multipurpose Foundation, I don't know his ally. I mean, he's a real right-hand man that speaks his voice on his behalf. I don't know. We don't know. Pascal Anyan says he is the president of all CEOs. I never knew when he was nominated as the president, but we took him now as the president of all CEOs in the Grand Ecosystem, not because he came out to tell us officially that Ambassador Pascal Anyan is his right-hand man or is his voice in the Grand Ecosystem. There was nothing of such that I know. So if you as the conductor is not talking to address the grand ecosystem, then nobody else as an aide is coming to address the grand ecosystem, you leave people to wander in thoughts. Yet they subscribed to this grant. I appreciate it. If you know me very well, I'm a proponent of the positivity of UAAG. I'm not doubting whatever thing goes on, but I'm trying to lay the shocks as they were supposed to be. We are dotting the dots. The country director, he is expected to address the masses. We are humans with blood running in our veins. We are human with blood running in our veins. We are human with blood running in our veins. Expectations are at high stench at different times. And when people's hopes are lifted and they are dashed, it's not the best. It's not good. It's not good. Today we hear that the IMF is at the helm of it. We hear that the conductor is about to address the masses. We hear that Israel is also talking about some stuff, and a lot of things. Pascal Anyan comes out once in a while, and we just see we got all this information together. But the most important of them all is when we hear from the conductor himself. Let us know where we are. It will help the masses. It will help even the inside people. I advocate for this. Please, I advocate for this. If the conductor can hear me right now, Apostle Ken Wakama, if this voice note gets to him, please, I want to appeal on the behalf of the grand ecosystem, speak to us. We don't say if the ground is not ready, you should tell us it's ready. That's not what we're advocating for. Tell us the level where it is right now. This is 2025. The level at which disbursement issues or movement is right now. You can tell us. Just alleviate the plight of the masses. Encourage them. They subscribe to your foundation. They subscribe to the grant you promised them. Encourage them with your voice. Your voice can silence a lot of things. In the war between Goliath and David, it was just a challenger that was needed. And there was no need for battle and everybody dying. Let the men go back to their wives. Just one man in the coast of the Philistines, which is the champion of Goliath, the Goliath of God, the champion there, and one man in the coast of Israel, that was David. Let them settle it. The pact that was made was, anyone that wins this battle, the other party becomes your servant. The voice was very important and pertinent. And the two sides produced one man each. And that was all. When Goliath went down, that was all. The battle was over. Every other person becomes servant. They took off. So it is important. A voice could silence every war. One singular voice, notable voice in this ecosystem can silence every agitation, every pain. It can silence every worry. It can silence some BP. It can silence some sicknesses. It can take certain people away from their sick bed. It can put food on certain people's table. It can put them in the state of encouragement and lifelines. Silence cannot be an option. Silence can kill certain people, considering their level right now. Apostle Ken Nwakama, please, if this voice note gets to you, get to know that your voice, as is being advocated for right now, can silence some worries, can silence some issues, can raise up some dying, can take out some BP. Take it seriously.